Let's get the man of the hour is on. You hear me?
Yo, what's good?
Mr. Beck, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm over here just sipping on some NoAdvisory punch, getting right. You know what I mean?
Some of that punch, man.
Yeah, that punch be hitting, man. You got to get some of that, man. When the shit is all over, I invite you down to the studio and come get punched with the crew.
I need some, man. I've been sipping on everything during this whole quarantine, man.
Listen, man, don't be sipping on anything. You don't really want to mix too much shit together. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, man, Mr. Beck, man, let the people know who you are, where you from, and what the fuck you do, baby.
Well, my name's Edward Beck. For those of you who don't know, my Instagram is rnbtroopa. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Pensacola, Florida. I currently live in Foley, Alabama. If anybody knows where that's at, that's like by the beach, the bottom of the map, next to the border of Florida. I've been doing music. I've been doing music since I was 10 years old. I'm working now. I'm working with, Troy Taylor and TTU Songbook, and we're putting together some great music, and hopefully we can get that out as soon as possible.
Right. So the name rnbtroopa, man, where you get that tagline? Cause your name is Edward Beck, but I see the Trooper. Where that? Give us the origin behind that.
So I was recording a song. It was when I was like first starting to record myself. Troy had me get my own equipment and this, that, and the other. And I was just starting to record myself. I was making songs, and I was writing a verse, and I was just, it was more like a rap verse, kind of rappy verse, and I was like, dun 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 dun, son sing R&B trooper, and I was just like, I was just spitballing stuff, and it came out, and I was like, yo, I like that R&B trooper, and I just kind of ran with it ever since.
All right. So like working with Troy, right? To shout out to Troy, we had him on a couple of days
Shout
ago.
Shout out
to incredible. Not only is he an incredible man, I mean he's an incredible producer, songwriter, all of that. So being that you working with him, and he worked with legends like Aretha Franklin, Whitney, Mary, Trey Songz, everybody. So being that you working with him and kind of like under his tutelage, so to speak, do you feel like any pressure because you working with him to not only succeed but make sure you reach the plateau where you know you can reach working under him?
Yeah, I mean, it's pressure, but I feel like I could live up to that for sure. And, Troy is the type of guy, when you get around Troy, he's definitely going to make sure that, before you get to where you're headed, that you're ready to be there. And it's like he's very strategic. He's very calculated. And then aside from the music, he's a great person as a man, so it's definitely, I know I heard stories in the past of him being very stern and very harsh, but now more so as he's gotten older, I guess he's kind of relaxed, and he's such an OG that it's like he knows what to do and he knows how to do it. He don't even have to really do too much to get you to where he needs you to go.
Right.
So it's a little pressure, but it's really he makes it a lot easier than it would be elsewhere, I feel.
Yeah, shout out to Troy Taylor, man. Such a incredible dude. Like, and I was talking with him, I was saying, like, I didn't know a lot of stuff that he did. So I kind of had to educate myself, with a lot of things, like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? So, yo, that's dope that you actually, get somebody like that to work with as you were saying into the industry.
Absolutely.
Next question I got for you, man, like, during quarantine time, everybody's finding different ways and to put themselves out there, doing these live battles. We had a joint the other day with Teddy Riley, Babyface, that went AWOL. So
Teddy was turned up, man. Teddy had every angle, man. Live streamings, all the audio went straight to Teddy's website, man.
It was banana. Hopefully, they get it together tonight. But in watching that, like, who do you want to see as far as like live doing, like maybe if it's be like a single off, because I want to see that personally. I want to see him do a single, but who you would want to see on one of these live Instagram battles?
I want to see if they can make it happen. I want to see Rihanna and Beyonce.
Mm. Okay,
I
in
want
what
to see it.
capacity? Song for song, or like, or just them going back and forth singing?
Either or. I feel,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they just so, you know, both of them are so great, and just,
Right,
I mean, whatever they want to do, however they want to do it, I'm with it. You know,
right.
that's what I want to see, me personally. And
Yeah,
then you know, it's a lot of talent, and it's so many people out there. So it's really, you know, what's up, Twelly? It's really, man, I just want to see it all. I
right.
want everybody to come together and make something happen.
Yeah, that'd be crazy because you know Rihanna and Beyonce, they always going to be attached to each other. You know, because
Hmm.
they're attached to each other through Jay-Z and Rock Nation and so on and so forth. So, like, when you see Rihanna, a lot of people were saying, you know, when it was shit going on before, Jay-Z messing with Rihanna and Beyonce, you know, all that stuff. So that's something I would like. That's one thing I definitely want to see. But since you brought her up, I want to personally see Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson. I want to see those two.
Okay.
Like, I want to see a sing-off. Like, give me a
Yeah.
live sing-off between Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson. You know, I got my little coins on. I got my little coins on Jennifer Hudson. Who you got the coins on?
I'm gonna have to go at the Queen, man. I'm
Are
always
you
have to
on
go
with
at the
me?
Queen. Man, I'm gonna have to go at the Queen, man. I'm always have to go at the Queen.
Oh, let me find. You ain't seen Dream Girls?
It's just like out of respect. It's just like out of respect. No, that would be some shit.
That'd be
That would
dope.
be some shit.
Because I want to see
Yeah.
that. Because now, you know, everybody's being creative with how they come up with new ideas and ways to showcase their talents on IG Live. You know,
Hmm.
transition even to doing this. You know, so it's like now I want to see the live battles. That's cool. But now I want to see some live sing-offs. Give me some sing-offs to get the auto tune. I don't want to hear none of that studio stuff. Let me hear what you got on live and let the people hear it. I want to see that next. I want to see a Beyonce, Rihanna. I like to see that, but I want to see a Beyonce and Jay Huss. I want to see
Yeah,
that.
that'd be spectacular.
So
Mm.
who's like your musical influences coming up?
First and foremost, the King, Michael Jackson, first
Mm-hmm.
and foremost. Um, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, obviously, Usher,
Mm-hmm.
Joe, Kim, Kevin Little,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I grew up, you know, I'm a 2000s baby, so,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's really like my, you know, era.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and Michael,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, because I mean, I heard your music, man, and it's one thing when I asked Troy, I asked him a question: who do he feel is like the next that nobody never heard before? You know, so he
Yeah.
mentioned your name and he mentioned another young man's name. I forgot real quick.
Dev Culture, man.
Huh?
Devin Culture.
Devin Culture. That's it.
That's my guy, man.
That's him. So I was like, now I'm going to reach out to them because I want to, you know, interview him and see what he has. Especially you got a stamp from such a prestigious guy like him. I want to
Yeah.
hear, I want to see what because I'm a harsh critic myself. So I was like, let me go listen to this guy. So I heard
Hmm.
the first joint. I was like, oh, this dude could sing. Like, you know, you got people that could sing, but you could sing without
And
no
then,
instruments or nothing like that.
yeah, I mean, I do a little bit, man. But, you
Come on,
know,
man. Come on, man.
as
Don't be
well,
so subtle.
funny as it may be, like, I really want to hear my guy Dev
Mm-hmm.
uh do a battle with somebody.
Mm.
My nigga Dev cold, man.
Yeah, I heard him.
Cold.
He's like when I said when people could
Hmm.
sing, cold,
Yeah.
cold. That's dope. Like who would you say like where do you draw your like your inspiration from? Like you know certain people, certain artists, they'll be sitting down, they see a movie, they start writing, and they go into the booth. Like where do you get your inspiration from when you starting to writing your music and then to recording your music?
I feel like I'm the type of person, I feel like inspiration can come from all places. Me personally, it will be just that. It could be, you know, whether I saw a movie, it could be whether I'm going through something in my relationship or a friendship, or if I see somebody else going through something. I'm the type of person that really like will pull from just about anything. You know, just mostly though. Mostly, it's definitely mostly personal. Definitely.
Facts. So if there was somebody in the game right now, either new or old, like let's all right, it's a two-part question. If there was somebody right now, other than your counterparts that you regularly work with, like Dev, Trey, Trigger, anybody else that you would want to work with currently, who would it be and why? And same thing for past. Past, either they out the game or they passed on. Who would it be and why?
Wow, that's a question.
Gotta make it hard for you, man.
Man, because you know I'm this is the beginning for me, so that's all I be. You know, it's so many. Man, I have to say present. I would love to do a record with Eric Bellinger.
Okay.
Eric Bellinger, I feel like he's a phenomenal writer. He's a phenomenal vocalist, and he seems like a dope person. And I know people that know him. So Eric, in past, 50 Cent.
Is that 50 Cent? 50
Yeah.
Cent? Oh, wait. 50 Cent? You gotta explain that to me.
50 Cent in his prime was like what Drake is now. In a way, the level that he was at in his run, I feel like doing a record with 50 would be crazy back then.
Right. I mean, he had a record with Joe that smashed with Joe. He had what else record he had?
You talking about the Big Rich Town?
No, not that one. Was it? No, not that one. No, who sung? It was a movie. It was one song he had. Was it with Joe? It was with 21 Questions. No, that was Nate Dogg, right?
Oh yeah, Nate Dogg.
Yeah, that was Nate Dogg. And then I think he had another R&B hit. Cause that's funny. Cause I was like, I didn't see how you picked 50. That's something totally off the wall.
It's something to think about, but it's like the ones that he had was like, to me, those records is time. 21 Questions is like, you know, I like them records where you could just get in the car, cruise, and you could just ride to that thing. Like,
right. Yeah, 21 Questions was a thing. I mean, like 50 right now, as we know, he's out of it, but you know, just from coming from your perspective, R&B side, and okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
If you could make, like, I saw this question, and I was like, damn, man, I was kind of mad when I saw it. I'm like, damn, man, homegirl asked that question. I forgot to ask that question, so I'm gonna ask my man Ed that question. So, if you was to put your ultimate R&B group together, right? Say it could be. Now I'm gonna just extend it a little bit further. Your ultimate R&B group together with 5 members, right? Who would those 5 members be in your ultimate R&B group?
My ultimate R&B group. Let's go ahead and drop Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Let's go ahead and drop Trey.
Trey.
Let me go ahead and we got Chris, Trey.
You got 3 more.
I heard Troy get this question the other day, and he said Chris, Trey, Usher, or he said he wouldn't do Usher because he'd do both, but I would still do Usher.
Okay, Usher.
Chris, Trey, Usher.
Got 2 more.
Let me throw in Mario.
Okay.
And it's right. Let me go with. I'm gonna just go with Joe.
Joe?
For me, yeah.
For you? Okay. So you said Joe, Usher, Chris Brown, Trey, and
Mario.
One more?
Mario.
Mario. Okay, let's go. I like that. All right, that could work. No R. Kelly in there?
Nah, man, I'm cool. Nah, we can't do all that, man. Kels is, you know,
I mean,
off
listen, man.
limits.
You say you was in 2000s. Let me see. You in 2000, baby. You probably was mixing way between some Kel's music, bro.
You know, it sounded good. It
Probably,
sounded good, man.
yeah, hey, you wasn't mixing there between with R. Kel's in there. You don't think so, B?
Ooh, it sounded good, man. It sounded good. Currently,
uh,
man, Kels on the bench, man.
Put on the bench, right? Where the 15th man. I got you. So, like, you know, in this industry, man, a lot of people, just like in basketball, right? You got dudes out there on the court, they in it for the money. Some people just in it, you know, because it's for the love of the game. So everybody got different aspirations and goals, you know, when they're in a prospective field that they was blessed to be, you know, put in. So for you, like, what's your ultimate goal? Like, just getting once you get in, or because you're gonna get there. But once you in there fully, like, what do you want to get out of the industry, and what do you want your legacy to be after you get out?
My ultimate goal is first and foremost take care of my family. I'm the type of person I plan on having, you know, family, wife, and kids, and taking care of them. And, you know, my children being able to grow up and never need for nothing. And I've been through certain situations growing up that it's like, you know, I don't ever want my children to go through. And giving the glory to God and making sure that everybody know that, like, no matter where you come from or what your cards was, what the cards you had at first was, you can deal them in any way in this world. And, like I really want people to know that it don't really, nothing can stop you from being who you need to be and who you want to be.
Right.
Nothing. It don't. If you can think about it in the mental, I heard this before. You can think about it in the mental, you could do it in the physical.
That's
you know,
facts.
most definitely. And that's really what I want my legacy to be and inspire as many people as I can. I feel like that's the greatest thing you could do on this earth is inspire.
Right. And I saw that. That's one of your quotes you have, right? When you're on page.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's my bio. I think I can't remember if I'm a big fan of Nipsey Hussle also.
Yeah. What's the piece?
I can't
Right.
I can't remember if he said it somewhere, but I heard that quote. I came from him where I heard it. It might not originated from him, but I heard it from him. And I definitely love that quote. And it's true, you know.
Right. I mean, you know, just if you just talking about Nip, man, and it's like he was like somebody that I was looking at, you know, being into hip hop and things of that nature, but I didn't really know. You know, sometimes, you know, they say after somebody's gone, then they status becomes heightened, then you learn a whole bunch of stuff about them. Like, I knew Nick was like really subconscious that way, but I didn't know he was that subconscious that way. You know,
Nip,
man, like his mind, the way he thought about things, the way he maneuvered, managed his businesses and stuff like that. It was just, he was way ahead of his time. He reminded me somebody of like a younger Hov, you know, the way how he carried his business and conducted itself, you know. So, you know, rest in peace to the boy Nick, man. You know, it's one of the few people like in hip hop and the music in general that he was relatable to a lot of people, you know. So shout out to that man. My another question I have for you is what advice, right? Say like I know you still transcending, right? So obviously when you trying to, I don't say trying to be working on attaining your goals, you run into hurdles and stuff like that. So what advice could you give to somebody now that's like starting, not where you at currently, but it's starting, and maybe something that you went through that you could give them advice to, and if they go through that?
Man, anybody watching, don't stop. Don't stop. The only difference I feel between people who are successful and what they want to do and people who are not is the people that made it didn't stop. They didn't give up on themselves. And trying to get into this industry is a very diminishing mental game in so many ways, whether it be trying to get your foot in the door, and then once you get in the door, and then you realize there's a lot of other doors. Right. And the main thing is just don't give up. It's a lot of people that I grew up with, and I know that, you know, had things that they wanted to do, and it came a point where they lost faith in themselves, or, you know, being great is it's not supposed to be easy. Right. Because what you reap from getting to where you want to go is the comfort that you wanted, the success, the, you know, whatever it is that you were planning to achieve. So the journey to get there is greater. And the journey, the staying there is, you know, so it's about, you can get there if you want to. Right. You can get there if you want to. You just can't give up on yourself, no matter what nobody say, you know, no matter what, you know, niggas hate, but like people hate all the time. So facts. It's like you got to put on your blinders, see where it is you're trying to go, and get there. Right. And ain't nothing but you in space between that. Facts. Now hear that, y'all? Y'all watching? Y'all see that? Listen, man, take some gems, man, because there's a ton of artists that comes out, R&B, rap, whatever, like there's 1,000 of them. And I always use this analogy all the time. Is like the industry is a peephole, and it's like a million artists trying to get to that peephole. Oh, mind that pause. But it's like yo, you gotta know what separate, you know, within yourself what you do and what separates you from anybody else trying to get to that same peephole. You know, so that was my next question. Like, what do you feel separates you from every artist trying to get to that peephole? I'm not gonna stop, and ain't nothing gonna put me down. I don't care how hard it get. I don't care how long it take. I feel like I'm doing this for the right reasons, and my intentions is pure. Who I am is pure. My story is pure. I'm not gonna stop. It's just, to me, it's that simple. No matter what's ahead, I'm just not gonna stop, and nothing's gonna stop me. Because it's just like, God put me here. That's all the strength. That's all the strength, and that's all the motivation that I need. Right. He put me here to do this, and I've been feeling. I felt like I was supposed to do this before I even knew what this was. Right. If that makes sense. Right. It's like, perfect. I always felt that I had the purpose, no matter what it may be, and once I get there, I'm definitely going to utilize that platform. Sure. You 19, you said? Yeah. This man talking like he freaking 30-some years old for an old man with gray hairs. Man got a whole bunch of wisdom in that head. That's I like that. That's a lot of things that, you know, as far as like when artists is coming up and things, like having their head on their shoulder, how to conduct themselves, especially doing interviews and things of that nature, how you know, present yourself. And that's one thing that Troy was talking about, you know, with artist development and so on and so forth, how artists, like when you walk into a room, your presence, how you articulate your words, you know, just your overall appearance and just what the package is, right? So from hearing me talking to you, I'm like, yo, this dude don't sound like no 19-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, you got it. So let's just open it up a little bit, man. So to get all these fucking questions, right? We're going to get that out the way. So, you know what I mean? Let's just talk. So how did you get, like, because we know who Troy Taylor is. Like, how did that whole union come about? Like, he found you on the street and was like, yo, just sing for me. Like, how the fuck that came about, man? So, I was, like, very educated, you know, like 10, 11, 12 years old. Like, and I knew who Troy Taylor was. I knew, like, who he was a part of. I knew what he had done. And, you know, I used to watch on YouTube, like, him and Trey in the studio doing, you know, Need a Girl, Famous. I used to, like, I knew who Troy Taylor was. And it's crazy, like, I feel like in a way that I manifested this. Most definitely. I was in situations before, you know, as many artists are before they meet somebody as great as Troy Taylor. Right. But I was in situations before that weren't so sweet and weren't so nice, and people, you know, their plan for me wasn't really deeper than music and, you know, those type of people. which is fine, it's cool, but I got out of a bad situation when I was about 17, and I got out of the situation, and I'm from a place where it's not a lot of like opportunity, especially music, like I said, the bottom of the map. So it was hard for me in that sense, because I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like these people is all I had. So best thing I could do was I got on Instagram and I just started DMing hundreds, and like I DM'd about every producer you could think of, man. Like, straight up. And the only person that responded was Troy Taylor. And he was the last person. Like, I don't know why. It was just like I didn't expect, because I knew Troy Taylor. Like, Troy is like, you know, Troy is the man. You know, and everybody, if you in the industry, like, you know. So it's just like, he responded. He hit me back, and we chopped it up for maybe like a year, going back and forth. He was just talking to me, asking me, you know, about myself. He's like picking me apart, because he's very careful about who he works with. You know, and it's just like, you gotta be these days. But you give people opportunities and they go left with it. But we chopped it up for a year, and after a year, I was 18 or no 19. This time I just turned 19 2 months prior, and he's like, yo, come to ATL. Just come on, and we gonna meet, we gonna chop it up. And I went up there. It was all love. His energy was dope. Like, you know, we bonded real quick. And
now, did he hear you sing prior to that, or what did he
tell
base
me?
that on?
He probably don't remember this, but he tell me that he knew about me. He knew about me before.
Oh, okay.
Like, before I even hit him. He probably don't remember that, but he told me he heard about me before. And then, of course, he knew I could sing. We talked on the phone and all type of stuff. I done sang. I sent him. He got me. He made sure that I knew all the equipment I had to get. I was working like 60 hours a week, like, and I got all my equipment together, and I was sending him tracks. I would send him tracks that was like I didn't have the format, like I didn't have the formula, like I didn't really know what I was doing all the way. But I would just send him everything I was doing, and like, you know, he definitely knew I could sing. And that wasn't really the thing for him. The thing for him is just, you know, you can sing if you want to, you can look as good as you want to, but he's building. He's a star builder. So,
because I know I saw on a post, you know, not having, you know, your father, and I know Troy stepped in, so you looked at him as that father figure. So, just for people that don't know, like, how has that relationship been as far as not having the father figure? How has Troy stepped in and been that person for you?
Man, I don't think I don't think he understands like how much he means to me at times. You know, like, I tell him and stuff, but you know, a lot of people just say stuff to get good with Troy, just because of, you know, his position. But Troy is definitely one of the greatest human beings I've ever met, hands down. And it's not just me, you know, it's so many people that, you know, grew up without a father or lost their father like I did, or, you know, just never had one or never cared to be around them due to whatever circumstance that may, you know, became of that. But he's a father to all of us, and he really gives us all his time. He gives everybody that, you know, if he takes you and is like, I got you, or tells you like, you know, I'm gonna be this for you, like, he's gonna be it for sure. And it's just, for me, it's dope, because it's my father was like my best friend, and you know, me and my dad went through hell and back together. So having Troy now is like, it's just like, I couldn't thank God enough, you know.
Out to Troy, man. That's beautiful, man, because, you know, a lot of males, adolescents in these days, especially in these days and times, you know, a lot of them coming up, you know, without father figures, you know, and the mothers are being the mothers and the fathers, but we always, like, as a man, you know, you need that other man to tell you how to be a man, how to conduct yourself as a man. You know, salute to Troy for doing that, man. So on a lighter note, man, who's in your love life, man? You got any girls in your DM sliding in? I know you got the chicks sliding in because the chicks, and you light skin too. Chicks love a light skin singing, brother. Like I know your DMs is like, who in there, man? Matter of fact, no, all right. Who most famously slid in your DM?
I don't even think I got that far, man. I don't think I got that far, man.
It's coming. It's coming.
I'm not really in. The thing about it is, it's like, that's cool and everything, like, for sure. But, like, that's not really, I'm not really in it for that.
Right.
Like,
see, look. Who you got your PR sitting next to you? Your PR's over there.
I'm solo dolo, man. I ain't nobody guiding me, man.
Your PR like, listen, don't answer that.
Nah, but that's real though. Like, you know, I'm not really like I said, that's cool and everything. Like, but it's just like, that's not what I'm trying to do this for. Like, a lot of people is, and that's cool. It's just like, do what you do with it. But you know, I'm trying to hold some people down one day for sure.
You got your head on your shoulders, man. You got your head on. You steadfast. You ain't trying to worry about that. You watched that Michael Jordan documentary? I ain't
get a chance to see it.
Oh man, you gotta because he had just referencing to what you were saying, like you ain't into all that. It was like they asked him a question, and it was like when he was a rookie and he came in there and he's like, yeah, man. Everybody was like, they went out to go party. They was doing lines and all that. I'm like, yo, Michael Jordan over there snitching and all that. Or it's like, who was doing lines? But it was crazy because, he was focused on what he had to do. So, and look where he turned out to be the greatest basketball player. I ain't gonna say arguably, he is the greatest basketball player ever played. So when you said that, reference that is like, yo, you're on to somebody being great because your head is on. Not, it's not even a swivel. It's like, I know where I'm going, know what I gotta do, let me go get that and good. So just to piggyback off that, like what current projects you're working on right now? Like what you got coming out either now, in the near future, what you working on?
Man, I don't really know what to call it at this point. It could be an EP, it could be an album. But right now we just making sure the songs is 100. Like we making sure the songs is definitely tight. I'm not really, we don't got no date right now. We not really tripping off that. Troy's and making sure that I'm developed 100% before we take off with nothing. Because once you take off, it ain't no going back. So we getting the songs together for sure, and the songs is dope, man. The songs is dope.
I know. We gonna be, before you get off, we're gonna have you marinate the people with your vocals. But for now, we're gonna play a little game, all right? So this one's gonna be called let me see what I'm gonna call this shit. Mr. Beck FAVS. All right, we call it that. Beck's Faves. All right. EB FAVS. Or whatever fucking they make for it. All right, so number one, your favorite food.
Favorite food. Steak. No, hot wings. Hot wings.
Hot wings? All right. Your favorite pastime.
I love movies.
Movies?
I love movies.
Okay, what's your favorite movie then?
Don't got one. I love them.
I ain't gonna say
I'm into like
movie. I got a favorite movie.
I'm into like futuristic like type-ish. So like anything like futuristic like type, like whether it's a show or movie, I love that. Like I love futuristic stuff, and I love like watching comedy specials.
Okay. All right. So your favorite fast food restaurant?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A? Oh, they got you, B. They got you.
They got me. They got me for sure.
Let me tell you about Chick-fil-A, right?
Talk to me.
Man, they are so, I ain't gonna front. They chicken sandwiches, but when I first moved down here, right, they was like, yo, you moving to Charlotte, yo, you gotta try Chick-fil-A. I'm like, all right, like, cause I like chicken sandwiches, stuff like that. It's like, yo, they chicken sandwiches, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, all right, so I'm driving, I was like, oh, Chick-fil-A, let me go to Chick-fil-A. So I went there, show you at the counter, like, yeah, I'm looking. She's like, is this your first time? I'm like, yeah, what's your specialty? She's like, you gotta try a chicken sandwich. So she gave me a free chicken sandwich for my first time. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, all right, I got a free chicken sandwich. man, I ate that chicken sandwich. I was like, I was like, man, this joint was super overhyped. Me, like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I just
But
think
it ain't.
the hype. It's like this is like Apple products. The hype got you, and the hype got me to take a bite of the chicken sandwich. But it's good. It's alright.
With food, it's like food. Like when somebody overhype food too much, it always come down. Like, nah,
Right.
This ain't what you was telling me it was. Man. Like it'd be cool. Like the Popeyes chicken sandwich. It was cool for me. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like they was talking like it was just
right. Astronomical. Like if I eat it, I'm gonna get wings and fly and do all types of acrobatics.
The line was wrapped around twice, man. Twice.
It's crazy because like when it first came out, the chicken sandwiches was better than what they currently is now. Like now, if I would have tasted it now, and rather than tasting it before, I'd have been like, yo, it's super trash. Like right now it's trash. Because now that I get, I'm like, yo, I don't know, maybe they got all the original cooks got tired, like I ain't doing this shit no more, fuck it. But now the chicken sandwich is trash. I can't do it.
You saw KFC slap the glazed donut on it?
Dog, what is that?
I don't know, man. That sounds like diabetes to me, man. I can't touch that.
Who gonna eat that? Like, if I look at that, I'm gonna die. I'm like, that's what who gonna do that?
You know how greasy KFC be, so it's like, and then with the donut on top of it, nah.
Yeah, I don't know, what accident that occurred. Just like how chicken and waffles, right? I felt like that was always an accident. Somebody
niggas was high.
Like, oh, this was good. But I like
niggas was high, man.
Huh?
Niggas was high, man.
That's probably was like, yo, made some fried chicken and they probably like waffle through the syrup on it. It was like, oh shit. I mean, it does something for my taste buds. The taste buds is alone just be like, it does something to me. So
yeah.
I fuck with the chicken and waffle. Popeye chicken, trash. Chick-fil-A, trash. My bad, and I didn't mean to do it to you, bro. All right, yo. What's your favorite destination?
My favorite destination?
Uh-huh.
That I've been to or that I want to go to?
Either that you've been to or that you want to go to, but one place like, yo, that's my favorite, I want to go there, or you've been there and it was deemed your favorite.
Man, I want to go. I ain't been to many places. I want to go to Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos,
okay. All right. We've been there, I think, when we did like a cruise ship. We did Caicos.
How was it?
I mean, when you do like cruise ships, you're only there for a certain amount of time, and they take you to like the parts they want to take you to.
Yeah.
So I ain't really get to explore. So I can't
like on no resort and then like
right.
Yeah.
So I can't really say. I say yeah, I've been there, but I haven't been there. So
yeah.
But you hear about it, like all the beautiful waters and the scenery. So like, yo, I want like it. That's what I thought when I went there I was gonna see. I mean, I saw some of it. I'm like, yeah, I gotta come back and just do that. But that's a good destination. All right. Yeah. Other than R&B, what is your favorite genre of music?
Hip hop.
Rap?
Hip hop, for sure.
All right. Who's your favorite rap artist?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite right now is just Lil Baby.
Lil Baby?
But like my tops is like Drake, Jay, 50 in his era.
I'm about to say you better say 50.
It's like a certain time frame you got to put 50 in because 50 don't.
Right. I think after like the first three albums.
The first three.
Yeah, you good with 50. After that.
But what he did though, he did that in the first three though. Like
those three, that's true. Those three was you can't as a newcomer in rap. What he did, I don't think that's going to be ever done.
I feel like he did what he wanted to do too, though. It's just like he came in, did what he had to do, and then just, what I'm saying? He's a businessman, so.
Right. Shout out to 50. All right. See, that was a two-part. I got that. Did I ask your favorite artist? I got that, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That. All right. So what's your favorite pet peeve that no one knows about?
Man. Nobody knows about. I don't like, I don't like when people hear the question I ask and still ask me what I say. Like, I know you heard what I said. You just say, huh, just because. Like, I don't like that.
Right. So maybe that's an odd question. Can I say your favorite pet peeve?
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of an odd question. That ain't make no fucking sense. But yo, you answered it right. You was like,
You know what I'm saying? I got to.
I know you probably like, what kind of fucking question is that? But you know what? Yeah, I hate it's all right.
Shit, I give one.
Where your PR at? I know they over there somewhere. They over there somewhere.
My PR?
They training you on the questions and how to answer them.
I don't got no PR in here, man.
All right, what's your top 5? Wait, did I ask that? Your top 5 R&B artists of all time? I asked you that, right?
You ain't asked me that. Not
right.
Of all time.
Top 5 R&B artists of all time.
Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye. Chris Brown. Trey Songz. I don't even think I got a top 5 for real. Oh, I say that, but then it's like after the interview, I'm be like, well, I ain't thinking about
that, right?
Marvin Gaye. I would say, you know who I would say, but you know he on the bench.
He canceled, huh? You hear anybody cancel his ass?
R&B, yeah. We gonna go with Marvin Gaye, Chris Brown.
Trigger.
We gonna go with Beyonce.
Okay.
Trigger. And then we gonna.
Well, okay. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna ask you one other thing. Go ahead.
And then we gonna let me put Stevie in there. I'm tripping.
Okay, Stevie.
Stevie in there.
Now I was gonna ask you because you consider Beyonce R&B or pop? See? See? That's what you said, R&B. I was like, Beyonce?
All right, then we're going to kick Beyonce out.
Kick me out.
Because I'm thinking now. I'm thinking. So we're going to go Marvin. We're going to go Marvin and Stevie. Then we're going to go Aretha.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to go Chris Trey.
Chris and Trey, all right. I was like, Troy's going to be mad. He was like, how you ain't going to mention Aretha?
It's like, I knew it.
Like, how you
and it's just like,
Aretha?
That saved me, though. That saved me because it made me remember.
All right, one more thing. What is your favorite thing or item that you had as a kid that you still have today?
What I got? My mama had cut off my baby hair when I was a baby, and she like always kept it. It's like I still got it to this day. Like I got my first haircut hair.
Your first baby hair.
Yeah, it's like weird, but like it's like I think it's cool though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I still got it.
Because you know the content changes as you get older. I think everybody wish they had a little baby hairs.
My issue was like it looked like a Jerry curl. It looked like it was a Jerry curl or something. I was like, I need that now, like that texture.
Yeah, I see that you got the waves going on over there. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even been brushing, man.
So like you do the 100 on top, 100 sides. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Hey, don't be giving out. Why you giving out the formula?
Listen, they used to call me Wave 360 back in the day. My shit is fucked up now.
Adams.
I know the wave.
What you got on there, man? What's under there, man? You got them?
My shit woofy, man.
Oh, you ain't been brushing. You ain't been brushing, man.
My joint woofy like crazy, B. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I saw the waves on the side. I could admire somebody who can take care of the waves because that's what gets the ladies. You feel me?
I had to cut my hair the other day, man.
Right, because ain't no barbers coming. So you couldn't get no barber to come to you?
I hit my barber. I said, where we at with it? He said, the crib, and that's where it's gonna be.
He dubbed that quick.
He done, man. He ain't playing around with this thing, man.
Hey, yo, so if there's one thing, right, that nobody knows about you, right, that you're willing to to tell the people that's watching and stuff like that, what is it that nobody knows about you?
What don't nobody know? Like something weird?
It could be weird, but whatever. That you never told nobody knows about you, that you want people to know. You know people gonna reference interviews. Like, you did that interview, I remember you did that, and you said that. Yeah, mm-hmm. So if you don't want people to really know about it, don't say it. But you know.
I don't know. It ain't really too much that don't nobody really know that I would share. that I would want them to know.
Want them to know, right?
Not too much. Not nothing crazy, man. Not nothing crazy.
Cause one girl we interviewed, right, and I could say it because she put it out there. She said her wanted that nobody knows she sucks her index finger.
Whoa.
I was like, what? Like, you know, your index finger. I was like, that's crazy. Like, and she's like, she's a grown woman.
She chooses the index finger of all fingers. Like,
of all fingers, like your index finger. So that was kind of weird. But you know, it was cool. You know, she opened up, she was like, yeah, it's my index finger. I was like, yeah. We all look at each other like, index finger? Like, that's crazy. I'm like, all right. So
my guy Mike Love said, tell him what made you start doing music. That's Michael Jackson, big bro.
Yeah.
Honey. That's Michael Jackson. I'll never forget just watching Michael Jackson on like TV, like seeing his videos and stuff. Like that's what made me like, that's what I want to do.
Right. I mean, because you know, Mike, I mean, he transcended music, period. You know, as far as his status is not pop R&B, he's just legend. You know, you can't put Mike into no category. He's just a legend entertainer. You know, so
that was
nobody, you know, you got some people that's make their prints in the game or any field that they're in, and you like, they're just legendary status. Nobody, I don't care who comes out afterwards, who could be, nobody would touch Mike, you know. Like, as far as like Chris Brown, I would say like Chris Brown is the closest person I would say to like how, like dancing wise, I don't really think nobody could touch Chris Brown.
It was his stillness. That's what made Michael so smooth. He was so still.
Right.
Like, he could just, you know, and Chris is just, I don't really think it's, people compare them all the time dancing, but I don't think that's really, because Chris is like a different type of dancer than Michael was. Michael was like, I don't think it's anybody that's ever danced like Michael, but it was his stillness that made it what it was.
Right. Because when he did that tribute at the award show, which was that the MT, which award show?
The BET.
The BET when he did that Michael Jack tribute. Oh, yo, I was like, dog. That's when I started, you know, because before I didn't really put them two in the same, you know, box as far as like artist-wise concerned. But I was like, dancing, I was like, yo, I'm looking at that, just reminiscent of just Mike. I was like, maybe he hit a move better than Mike on certain points, but that boy could dance, B. Like, you ever think about throwing that into your arsenal? Maybe you gonna throw a couple of moves in there?
Oh, dance? I dance.
You dance?
Yeah. I'm a Chris Brown type dancer, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because I ain't seen none of the moves on the IG, man. What the moves at?
I need to put them. I was thinking about that the other day. I was looking at mine, so I was like, I ain't got nothing dancing on here at all. I got to shoot a little something.
Yeah, I like to see bust a move or two.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so yo, man, listen. Before we go, man, because I got my wife in the background. You're like, I wanna hear him sing. So okay. let's hear something, right? Hold on, let me turn the speakers up. Hold on. Let me turn the speakers up. So we're gonna get a live and direct from my man Edward Beck, aka rnbtroopa. Hit him with something, man.
What you want me to sing?
It don't matter. I'm gonna sample your voice, so I'm gonna use it for my wife whenever I want to serenade up.
Okay, so you're gonna just press play on it.
I'm gonna press play on it. I'm like, listen, baby, I'm gonna just lip sync your shit.
I sing a couple bars. Check this out. I see you with him. He ain't right, but you don't trip. You stand by while he lies, then turn right around and forgive. I can't take to see your face with those tears running on your cheeks. But what can I do? Gotta stay true, cause deep down I'm still a G. And I don't. Go ahead, say, fill me in on the next part.
She over there, Linda. She over there too.
I'm looking like I can see.
No, she was, because like after the face that she over there, she was like,
you know what I'm saying?
She gave me the face like,
that's Big Brad. That's Big Brad Trey Songz. Can't help but wait, but y'all already know that.
Word. So yo, you got anything in the works? Like, do y'all got any music together?
Me and Trey?
Yeah. Or do y'all got? Because I know y'all working with the same producer. He didn't like take a verse. Like, let me hold that and throw that on there.
I say it's very possible.
Okay.
That's a cool possibility for sure. I'm not gonna say too much.
Right.
But I have met Trey, and Trey, you want to talk? He put the work in for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, it's like
dope, man.
when you meet like, cause I say he's like one of my like my idols for sure. So it's like when you meet your idol, it's like whatever you want them to be, it's like he was that.
Right.
So
right.
Was, yeah.
Because I can hear it, and I can see why, like, you know, Troy was like, yo, I'm gonna work with this guy, because I think you remind him so much of Trigger. You know, the way how your voice is, and like, because I could just hear y'all on the track, and like I said, if that ever come to light, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take both y'all motherfucking vocals, record them, right, and I'm gonna lip sync to my wife and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, listen, man, hold on. Woo! I'm gonna get with it, man.
And that's all you need right there, man.
I'm gonna get all the draws. Hey, I'm gonna get all the draws. You gonna give me all the draws.
You gonna steal my voice. You kind of just told her what you was gonna do, though. So, like, you kind of
listen. It's better to be honest, man. Honesty is the best policy. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. Shit. So, yo, man, let the people know where they can find you at, man, on all platforms.
Hey, man, y'all can find me on everything. rnbtroopa. That's Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Facebook is Edward Beck, though. That's Edward Beck. You can find me on everything else, rnbtroopa, for sure. TikTok, all that.
Find the word, man. Find the word for the people that's watching.
Man, whatever it is that you want to do, make it happen. Just make it happen. Don't let nothing stop you from doing that, for sure.
Facts, man. Hey, yo, man, I want to appreciate you for being on the platform, man, with NoAdvisory, man. Yo, I got to say, like, I interview a lot of people, and like, especially a lot of upcoming artists, man. And one thing that you stuck out from everybody else, like I said before, is like your mentality, the way you carry yourself, the way you articulate your words. Like I said, I could have sworn you got a PR over there next to you. You know what I mean? But yo, man, you are going far. I'm glad I got the opportunity to get this one-on-one with you now before you blow up. So I'll be like, yep, that's my man. Hey, I know you're going to be there. You on your way, bro. Appreciate you for doing this one-on-one, man.
You got great energy, man. I appreciate it, for sure. We got to do this again, for sure.
Definitely. When the whole quarantine shit is over, listen, I told you, you're going to come down. I'm going to
give me some juice, man. Give me some tea.
Hey, listen, this is the truth serum, brother. All right? It's the truth serum. I don't want you in there be saying some shit that you like, wow, I said that. They shouldn't do it to you, man.
No.
Listen, when you come down, I'm going to tell you, bring somebody that's going to be like, they're going to nudge you like,
I'll bring Troy with me. I'll bring Troy with me, man. For sure.
Man, my man, Ed, appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, thank you. For sure.
No doubt, man. My man, Edward Beck. Make sure you check him out on Facebook, on Instagram, rnbtroopa, Edward Beck on all other platforms. Your boy, C.O. McClain. We out, man. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Dang. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Listen, if y'all don't follow that man right now. Y'all heard the voice live, no instruments, no nothing. Pure talent. All right, so make sure y'all go check that man out, man. Instagram is rnbtroopa, Edward Beck. Make sure to check him out, man. It's your boy, C.O. McClain, NoAdvisory Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Signing off. Shout out to the whole crew. Shout out to Shot Bug. Shout out to Ash B. Shout out to P Fine. Shout out to Petty P. Shout out to Merciless God Maker. Shout out to E-Class. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Sid. Shout out to K Digital. Shout out to my man Welch. You know what it is. NoAdvisory Podcast. Make sure y'all get some of that NoAdvisory punch too. We signing off, motherfuckers. For real this time. bang.